The wheels on Kieran's bike are 64 inches in circumference. That means one rotation is equal to 64 inches of distance. How many times do the wheels rotate, or how many rotations are there, if Kieran rides 300 yards? So if one rotation is 64 inches, then we're trying to find out how many rotations would get us all the way to 300 yards. So really what we're doing here is we're going to take the number of rotations, we're going to multiply that by 64 inches, and that's going to give us 300 yards. So what we're trying to find is the number of rotations. But before we get started on this, the hard part about this kind of problem is that we actually have to do some unit conversion. We need to change this yards into inches because we want to have all the same units here. So the way we're going to do that is first we know that there is 12 inches in 1 foot because I want to figure out how many inches are in a yard first. I know that there are 3 feet in 1 yard. So to find out how many inches are in 1 yard, I'm just going to take 12, multiply it by 3, which gives us 36 inches in 1 yard. But that's just a step to then figure out how many total inches Kieran rode, because I want to figure out, well, how far did he go in inches if he went 300 yards? So to do that, I'm just multiplying by 300. So 36 times 300, which ends up getting us 10,800 inches. So now if I were to rewrite this problem here, we're trying to figure out how many rotations, if each rotation is 64 inches, would it take to go 10,800 inches. So then to find out how many rotations we have, all we really need to do is divide both sides by 64. In this one here, if we're going to take 10,800, divide it by 64, that gives us 168.75, but we're rounding to the nearest whole rotation, which tells us that the amount of rotations it takes is 169 rotations.